What's the word? What's the word? What's the word, y'all? We are here. You know what I mean? With a crazy turn of events that we have seen at Money in the Bank. This is crazy. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. The Usos are now at the head of the table. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear anything else. Even though Roman didn't lose his belt, you know what I mean? Losing this match tonight, you know what I mean? To both of the Usos, you know what I mean? He definitely what's going on?
Yo, what's up? Crazy event.
What's going on? I'm just sharing it right now. But I was just saying, man, the title of this live, man, is the Usos are now the head of the table, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. And Jimmy made sure it was his brother Jay who was the one that finished it. He tagged him in so that he could be the one to get the final pin on Roman. Overall, I don't know why, but at some point in creative, they decided to make Money in the Bank like one of the fire events because for the past like 3 years, Money in the Bank has been really good. But
I mean,
every
I'm
match,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Money in the Bank, like money. I know they brought back King of the Ring, but Money in the Bank took over King of the Ring for me. Like what King of the Ring used to be like, because remember, King of the Ring used to be lit during the Attitude Era because you'll see a lot of things change. You'll actually have a number one contender. It'll always be a title defense there. A lot of returns used to happen at King of the Ring. You
yeah.
know what I mean? We're gonna jump into that. Today we had a return. We're gonna talk about that. But nah, for me, man, it was just the storytelling. Like you came in the ruthless aggression era. And I mean, I'm attitude era. In the attitude era, it was Seneca. Shout out to Seneca. Shout out to Kobe in here. Everybody that's in here. Share the live. Share the live. We're gonna start doing these live recaps every time there is a pay-per-view event, so y'all can tune into that. But what I was saying is for the DG, what up? I'm heated. LA Knight. We ain't get LA Knight holding a briefcase. I know. But for me, it's like the storytelling, like, and with this storyline, like this storyline is up there with the Attitude Era. I mean, I don't know if this is Vince Russo's estranged, you know what I mean, son or cousin,
Oh
but
yeah.
whoever's writing this storyline is going ballistic, man. Like even to the fact when Roman had both of them lied on top of each other and he was pinning both of them, like that, like
Mhm.
that suspense right there of thinking
But
like,
did you
yo,
see that he posted on Twitter? Let me try this way. He posted on Twitter earlier today a picture of him at WrestleMania when he battled Daniel Bryan and Edge, and he did that same thing. So he posted
mm,
a picture on Twitter earlier today of him doing that. He said stack him and pin him, something like that. And that was his plan the whole time to do that. But just even from a storytelling standpoint, from a technical, him stacking them and having them both kick out, incredible.
but I'm not gonna
Incredible.
lie to you. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. To be totally honest, I thought it was over at that point.
Yep. So did I.
Once
So
I
did I.
seen him stack, I said, "Yo, there's no way they're gonna let him kick. They're gonna let them kick out. He's gonna look invincible after pinning both of them." I'm
the
surprised. I'm
spike
surprised they
spear,
actually won.
the spike spear was crazy.
Yo, and then when they dropped my son Solo Sokoa, and I mean, he went into a pretzel straight into the announce table.
Oh man.
You know it's a good match when you got announce table work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When there's no announce table work, I'm not really interested in the match. But now,
Yeah.
you know what
Yo,
I
a
mean?
lot of matches had announce table work tonight.
Yeah, they had to, man. I think that's what makes a good wrestling match. You gotta have a lot of you gotta have some form of announce table work. We're gonna get on our David Meltzer though. What you rating this? You know what I mean? I like the whole, to me, this is 5 out of 5, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna say the same thing. I can't. Every match had something big about it. Like I think this was as good as a WWE pay per view can get. I think Money in the Bank has turned into one of the can't miss events of the year. I love that they got these fake press conferences that come on after where they're still pretending to be mad and stuff. But it
Facts.
was every match was awesome. It was an incredible event from the returns, the shocking moments. It was really great.
In other news, man, John Cena returned, man. I know
The GOAT.
this is Z's, you know what I mean, favorite wrestler. How'd you feel about that? Like, know what I mean, John Cena
Incredible.
returning to Money in the Bank.
Incredible. And that's where he returned last time. Remember, and this is why I say Money in the Bank is good. Money in the Bank coming out of COVID was their first live audience can come back pay-per-view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was the first, and it was John Cena returned when Roman Reigns beat whoever. So he returned again. This is his second time surprise. I wish they did a little more with him. I don't know the dude Grayson Walker, I think his name is, that came out and he just kind of did the attitude adjustment and left. But it's always good to see him. It was just a kind of a basic appearance, but always good to see John Cena.
Nah, great to see John Cena. Do you feel like this is a future Cody John Cena match in the future? What we doing?
Oh, that would be amazing. I tell you, did you hear what happened with them? I know you heard when Cody, because they had the thing on Raw. Do you remember when like
yeah. When he was basically saying his time is almost up. Yeah.
He told Cody, like Cody whispered to him, he said, and Cody said this in an interview, he said, I would love to work with you sometime you got in you. He said, I can't guarantee that, but if it happens, it happens. I think John Cena is like the definition of you're going to miss it when it's gone. He left, and now everybody's like, damn, John Cena was actually that guy. So that would be really, really cool.
Nah, that'd be amazing if they work together. Shout out to everybody that's here on the live. If this is your first time coming to the channel, make sure you definitely tap into the videos we got posted.
Absolutely.
We done interviewed Rikishi, Godfather, Devon Dudley, Mick Foley, Eugene, Marty Jannetty, Val Venus, Mr. Kennedy, Chris Masters, Raven. So you
Sabio Vega.
Yeah, if you just view the videos that are up on this channel, you know what I mean, you'll get lost here, man. That's the whole point of creating this Attitude Era, you know what I mean, channel, getting the insides and the backstories on a lot of things. So everybody in here, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Right. Also, before we continue to recap, rest in peace to Draws, man.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace. He passed away yesterday. You know, crazy how timing works because we just had D'Lo Brown come on the show and talk about their situation. And you know, I've heard both of them break down the situation after, especially you know what I mean, I think it was on the Dark Side of the Ring with the Brawl for All episode, but I never knew that him and D'Lo Brown were still friends. So to hear that was like, rest in peace to Draws, man. That's a genuine soul, you know what I mean? Because even D'Lo Brown said he didn't know how he would be able to, you know what I mean, even be cool with somebody after that happening. So, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to him. That was crazy. That was crazy to even know that, you know what I mean? Draws has such a good heart that he still was even cool with him.
Yep. But, and not only cool with him, remember, he told D'Lo to keep wrestling for both of them.
Yeah.
He said since that moment, every match he wrestled was for two people, him and Draws. So definitely rest in peace. Crazy timing and stuff.
What happened now? Before we get to the rest of the matches, in your opinion, what happens next with this Bloodline story? Where do we go from here? At some point,
I think I'm gonna be honest, and it's crazy because I've got the press conference on and mute, and Cody is talking right now. I don't think they're gonna give up on the whole finish the story thing. I think that Jay, it worked out perfectly, you know, because you fight with your family. Your family knows you the best. If anyone can beat you, it's them. So I think they used the bloodline. They made him look Roman a little more weak. He is beatable. Now we know he can be beaten. Come next WrestleMania, I still think Cody's going to be the one to take it off of him and finish the story. As far as what happens with Jimmy and Jay, I really don't know. I think they're going to try to get their brother back. I think that's the next step.
Oh, the next step is trying to get Solo away from them?
I think that's the next step, trying to get Solo.
I'm not going to lie. Solo's possessed, man. He don't look like he's going nowhere. He looks like he's comfortable, you know what I mean, being right there with the tribal chief, man. How you feel?
I love Solo's style. I got to say that. I love his style. Like his culture super comes out in it. He got even the shorts. Like, I love his style of wrestling. But what were you going to say?
No, I was gonna ask you how you felt about the women's match. You know what I mean? That was
Oh,
Like when I watch
I think
wrestling, the woman was just, like I guess there for like eye candy. They're like literally putting on great
so.
wrestling at this moment.
So first of all, there were two women's matches: the Money in the Bank and the tag
Mhm.
team. I'm going to start with the tag team. The tag team, I thought it was great technically. It was awesome, and then you had the great twist where Shayna Baszler completely turned on Ronda Rousey, beat her ass, and then just left her alone. I thought that was awesome. Again,
Yeah,
storytelling. Every match had that storytelling. The Money in the Bank ladder match was debatably better than the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. The
yeah,
whole Io Sky handcuffing them together, literally climbing over the person who's been manipulating her to grab that storytelling at its finest. I think there was a lot of crazy spots too. Yo, Trish, first of all, Trish still looks fantastic. Fantastic. And also, she was taking some pretty heavy bumps for
hmm
coming back and being in the Hall of Fame. When she hit that ladder, I
yeah,
was like, "What the?
yeah,
It
yeah,
might
yeah,
be
yeah,
over."
yeah, yeah. That got real hectic. That got real hectic. That
She
got
was
real,
taking some
real,
pretty
real,
heavy
real
bumps out
hectic.
there. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted Zelina Vega to win it. I
Okay.
kind of wanted Zelina, but I love how it turned out. But what
Speaking
did you
of,
think?
I thought it was a great match. I mean, like I said, I'm just really getting back into the swinging thing. The main
Right.
thing that I'm tapped into, what I mean, is that bloodline
That
story.
bloodline.
That story right there is cultivating. How you we spoke about Cody and John Cena working together, but what do you think about Cody versus Dominic Mysterio?
I hated Dominic when he was like doing the whole good guy thing, teamed with his father.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he belongs doing. The heat he has is just it's like nuclear heat. You can't imitate that. He's the perfect bad guy. I think it was cool. I think they kind of don't even know what to do with Cody right now. He feels like unimportant a little at the moment. They're just kind
He
of
does. He does that. I'll be honest. The bloodline storyline is overshadowing. I
everything,
mean, everything, everything.
everything. Cody, I think they're holding him by until WrestleMania and stuff. But you got to be careful with stuff like that. It was a good match, but the whole thing about holding people, you got to be careful other people don't get too much heat. Like we saw in the men's Money in the Ladder match with the LA Knight. I wanted LA Knight to win so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to win so bad, but Damian Priest definitely deserves it. He's been there for a long time doing his thing.
Um, Let me
They
ask you
almost
this.
killed Logan Paul.
Yeah, Gunther versus Matt Riddle. Drew McIntyre pops out. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say this early so it's documented on this live. I think Drew McIntyre will dethrone Gunther for that Intercontinental title belt.
Nah, I gotta
Come
disagree with
rock,
you.
come Survivor Series, man.
I disagree with you, but I have to tell you why. Because there's someone who deserves it more. Not deserves it more. I can't say that. But there's someone who I think is going to take it off of Gunther.
Gunther?
Gunther. And he's never had the IC belt, but he's had every other belt. I think Sheamus is going to take that belt off Gunther. I think it's going to happen. He's going to get his
Ernesto
moment.
said LA Knight should have won. Yeah, I could have definitely saw that possible happening. Everybody in there that's new again, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel as we on here now. If you're new and it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube.
LA Knight will get his time to shine. They love him too much. They can't just let that die. I hope not. But with Vince, who knows?
Last but not least, how you felt about Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor? Seth Rollins. I'm sorry. Seth
you
freaking
said
Rollins.
you said both wrong. You said Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Like
Finn Balor.
I thought it was cool. The story behind it was really cool because if you don't know, back way when Finn Balor was still new and Seth Rollins was still new, coming out of NXT, when they first introduced the WWE Universal title, Finn Balor beat Seth Rollins to become the first ever Universal Champion. And yeah, so it was a cool carryover. I thought the match was good. It picked up pace pretty quickly. Obviously the whole Damian Priest thing was a little weird, like because he won the the briefcase. That was a whole element, which it was a little weird how it ended and stuff, but that it was a good match overall. It might have been one of the slower matches of the night, but it was still good. It
Definitely.
just the bloodline, even with Seth having a belt, the belt being on Roman just makes that belt seem more like less important. It's supposed to be as important, but it just doesn't seem that to me yet.
Nah, for sure, it doesn't. It doesn't. Everybody wants that universal title right now. Nobody else wants nothing else. But for the people that just came in here, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel if this is your first time here. Make sure you like the video. Jey Uso pin Roman Reigns. The Usos are now at the head of the table. And also for exclusive content, we got a crazy episode with the Godfather, crazy bonus with D'Lo Brown, crazy with Devon Dudley.
Yep.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon right now. I'll put the link in the description here. You know what I mean? That is the recap for Money in the Bank. We right now we're doing pay-per-views, but soon we might start recapping Monday Night Raws, SmackDowns, all of that. So make sure y'all tap in Money in the Bank. For the people that missed it, watch the live back. I'm gonna chop up that, you know what I mean, Uso segment and put it up on the page regularly.
Absolutely.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel if this is your first time in. Like, subscribe, comment. You know what I mean? Let's make it happen, y'all. Good night.
Nah.